Hey, what's going on, guys? Ryan here. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I make $1,000 a day power washing and how you can too. Now, I know what you may be thinking. How the hell can you make that much money pressure washing? Do people even pay that much? Guys, they do. And if you can find enough customers, you can make as much money as you want. I actually got some checks here as proof so you can kind of see. Camera's blurring out, but I'm trying to get the focus. If I can focus, yep. You should be able to see it. $4,000, right? It's one. I can show you another one. I'll go with this one. It's easy. $1,000, right? $1,000. So, yeah, I'll show you more proof. I'll show you more stuff later. But reality is, this is probably one of the best opportunities in 2024 and beyond is to start your own pressure washing business. Simply because, well, everyone's jumping on the train of making money online. You can actually make a lot of money just by starting a local service business and running ads like I show you how to make a lot of money that way. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. I'm going to break down how I earn $1,000 plus a day with the pressure washing business and how I scaled to $27,000 a month by month 3, and I did $100,000 in 4 months. My first year in business. Let's get straight into it. Here's how to earn $1,000+ a day in profit with a pressure washing business and why it's one of the best earning opportunities in 2024. So, why should you start a pressure washing business, right? If you want to earn $1,000 to $3,000 a day earning potential, you want to work your own hours, time schedule, plus flexibility, etc. You want to build a real business that actually makes money, not just. You see a lot of guys showing their Stripe screenshots of drop shipping SMMA, but ask them how much of that is profit, and you'll hear them go silent, right? Sometimes it's embarrassing how much margin there is in some of these business models. What do I mean? I know a guy who does drop shipping, and his store does $100,000 a month, and he profits $10,000 a month on $100,000 a month. Because people forget you have to pay for ads, and when you're running drop shipping ads online, e-commerce ads can get expensive. Their ROAS is much lower compared to local service ads. What do I mean? When you're doing e-commerce ads, a 3 or 4 times ROAS is considered good. So if you spend $1 in ads and you make 3 back or 4 back before your expenses, that's considered good. The minimum, if you're good at, and that's if you're good at running e-commerce ads, you put $1 in, you make 3 or 4 back. When you're running local service business ads, the minimum, if you're below this number, then your numbers are you're kind of shit, or you're not as good. You're not the best at what you do, is 7. So if you put $1 in and you don't get $7 in sales for your local business, then your numbers are considered poor for local, right? So think about that. Top numbers for e-commerce is a 3 or 4 times return on your money. $1 in, you make 3 or 4 back. That's like best case. That's what like people pray for in e-commerce, right? When you're doing local service ads, a 7x ROAS is like the minimum to kind of be considered like, okay, the guy you hired, or you know what you're doing with ads, right? Because that's like, it's just a different game. E-commerce is so much more saturated. Everyone and their mother is running a drop shipping store. You got to know like all the stuff I talk about here, right? You got to like build a complex Shopify store, build complex funnels. If you're doing social media marketing, you got to have this funnel, opt-in form, funnel here, book a call here, all that stuff like that. You got to have an appointment setter calling the leads when they come in. If you've ever tried any of these businesses, you know what I'm talking about. But if not, it's still one of the best earning opportunities in 2024 if you're just looking for like a basic side hustle or something like that. You don't even need a website. I did my first $50,000 in 10 weeks without a website. I had a 1996 Ford Ranger that didn't pass inspection in my state. And I had a pressure washer I bought from Harbor Freight Tools on a credit card. So the point I'm making is that it's super easy to start your own local service business, right? Think of like painting, for example. You probably have already painted. If you've already painted and you're confident that you can paint someone else's house, all you need is customers. There's people out there like painting, exterior cleaning, pressure washing. These are $1 billion industries, right? And most people are too lazy to actually start these. So I'll say this with a big preface that this isn't like you're not just going to sit at home on your ass and have money fall from the sky, right? This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. You're not doing some scam or anything like that. Like, you're building a real business. You have to actually go to work. If you want to get off, if you don't want to do the work, then you have to hire people, right? There's work you have to put in. but you can make a lot of money and it's way less competitive, and you can definitely replace the income you're making from your job. Or if you've tried any of these online business models and they didn't work, then this will you'll find you're more likely to find much better success with this. But again, I preface by saying you have to put in more work in terms of it's not as hard, but again, you have to actually do work. But you can make more money and it's easier. So yeah, it's a low headache business to start. You don't need a lot of money to start. Again, I started on a credit card. I know a buddy of mine. He did $10,000 his first month, and he didn't even have enough money to buy the pressure washer. He started on a credit card by renting. He used to rent the pressure washer from Home Depot. He did his first week like that, made the money from his sales that I got him, and then he used that money to actually buy his own washer. So this is what's possible. These are some. You might be asking, do people really pay that much for pressure washing? Yes, they do. Here are some of my deposits. You can pause and read them. More, let me move my camera. More, you can read them. Pause and read them. Pause and read them, right? $2,500 in one day. $400. Here's a bank statement. Oh shit. If you look here at the bottom, $20,000 in deposits. That's in 1 month, right? 1 month. This was like my third month. 1 month, $20,000 in deposits. And that number does not include cash. So I'd say almost half of people will pay you cash when you do something, right? You send your guy out there, you do it yourself, they'll pay you cash. So this is just what hit my bank account, not counting cash. So this month we did $27,000. Most people won't show you this stuff because they're lying about what they're doing. I have nothing to hide, so I have no problem showing you everything. Here's literally my bank statement. Blocked out obviously my information at the top, but you can pause and read all of them. Here's the total deposits at the end. So do what you want with that. You can make a shit ton of money pressure washing. I'm proof. I did $27,000 my third month in business, $100,000 in total sales in 4 months. Now, it did take a lot of trial and error, and I definitely had some people helping me out with terms of I sped up the process of me learning how to actually do the work. But it's not that hard if you have someone showing you exactly how to do it. And getting customers is not that hard too if you have someone who knows what they're doing helping you through the process, like me. So here's now you might be asking, is this just a fluke? Did you get lucky? No, I've replicated this multiple times with people who already own a pressure washing business. We were literally able to triple their current revenue. And people who have never used a pressure washer in their life, like my student was. He was a college student working at Shell. He wanted a way to make money over the summer without working minimum wage, making like $18 an hour. I think that's minimum wage in his state. He quit his job, didn't even have a truck. He used his dad's 2001 Honda Odyssey. He used to roll his pressure washer in and out the back of his van. He did $20,000 in 7 weeks. Let me say that again. As a college student working at Shell with his dad's 2001 Honda Odyssey, he made $20,000 in 7 weeks with zero experience working outdoors, never used a pressure washer in his life, and he didn't start with a lot of money. Do what you want with that, right? So it's if you're wondering like what's possible, is this replicable in my area? Yes, 100% is. But like I said, if you're willing to do the work, then it is something you have to put the work into, right? It's not like a get rich quick scheme. It's building a real business. But getting customers isn't that hard if you know what you're doing with running local ads, and if you know how to do the work properly, quote jobs profitably, know how to get customers, etc. Right? So here's one example. I think what's next? We got some of his deposits. Yep. So pause this, read it. These are some of his. I asked him. He was kind enough to send me some of his bank account statements. Pause those, read them. Now, you might be wondering, did you get lucky with them? No, I've done this multiple times. There's another guy, Ahmed. He's one of my students. He made $10,000 his first month as a high school dropout. Working as a van driver, making $700 a week. His first weekend, he did $2,000. What do I mean by that? He worked 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, 40 hours. He made $700. His first weekend, he made $2,000. So that's the power of when you sell a service that's in demand and you know how to get customers. Sell a service in demand, know how to get customers, sell a service in demand, know how to do the service and get customers, right? Sell a service in demand, know how to get customers. That's the power of when you know how to do that and you kind of have a step-by-step roadmap to success. He implemented it, and I worked with him in his first weekend. $2,000, made triple his weekly wage working as a van driver. The second weekend he did like $3,000. His first month he crossed over $10,000. He did $20,000, I think, in 6 weeks. Absolutely crushed it. Again, high school, college dropout, doesn't even have a high school diploma. Made $10,000 his first month. So if he can do it and I can do it, then you can 100% do it. This isn't, again, you're not going to sit on your ass and money's going to fall from the sky. If you're looking for that, this isn't for you. If you're looking, even you don't even have to make this your full-time income. If you're looking for a way to make just an extra like $2,000, $2,000 or $3,000 a week in revenue just working 1 or 2 days on the weekend, he's proof you can do that too, right? So, but like I said, you're not going to get rich just from sitting on your ass. If you're willing to put the work in, then you can make a lot of money, but it's much easier than other ways to make money, and you can make a lot of money in a short amount of time, and you can really be flexible with your schedule. It's a hard work business, but it's really not that hard. It's not like construction or roofing, but you can make a lot of money pretty quickly like I did. I did $100,000 in 4 months. This is something I've done and I've helped other people do. My first month I did $14,000. My second month I did $20,000. My third month I did $27,000, and from there it was just $27,000 roughly plus. Might be, even though I just showed you all that, those my bank statements, etc. You saw people Venmoing me and paying me for pressure washing. You might be wondering what types of people actually buy pressure washing for $300 to $1,000. Well, regular people in middle class neighborhoods, elderly people who don't like to do physical work themselves. At the end of the day, this is like a $13 billion industry in America. Look up exterior cleaning industry, which I'll show you in a second. So you don't have to look it up. But this is a huge industry. Think about it if you're a homeowner. You have cookouts. You invite your friends over. You just use your backyard a lot. Or if you're a landlord, if your property is dirty, it decreases property value. You want to stay on top of maintenance. People's homes are the most expensive thing they'll ever buy in their lifetime. Right, so when they're buying houses for $200,000 to $500,000 or more minimum, then a few $100 to get it, $300 to $500 to $1,000 to get it cleaned up is not a lot. They want their house looking nice. Think about if you're a homeowner and you're inviting people for your summer or 4th of July cookout. Would you want everyone, your whole family, your whole neighborhood, seeing your house filthy and absolutely dirty driveway? You have mold and algae growing all over the sides of your wall of your house, all over your siding. In your driveway being all dirty and filthy, your roof being all messed up, your gutters overflowing? Or would you want to be nice and well kept? What type of image would you rather portray to the people in your community? Well, 99.9% of people want a clean and tidy image. But guess what? A lot of people don't want to go buy a pressure washer that's expensive just to go do it themselves. They don't want to do it. A lot of women don't like doing it. There's a huge billions and billions of dollars worth of market out there of people who don't want to do this stuff themselves. Then there's commercial work. Like I showed you that $4,000 check at the beginning, which I'll show you again in a second. They're a huge apartment complex. They got like 3 or 4 buildings in my area. They're not going to go get it. The owner is not, the property manager is not going to get a pressure washer and start washing his 20,000 square foot building and sidewalk. He's going to hire a company like me to do it. So people are lazy. It's cheaper and easier to hire someone to go buy a brand new pressure washer, at least a nice pressure washer a lot of the time, not like a cheap one. And most people don't know how to properly wash their home or concrete effectively and safely. So there's a huge market of people out there who will pay you $300 to $1,000 to wash their house. Like I told you, exterior cleaning is a $12 billion industry with a B. $12.6 billion in 2023. Excuse me. Here's some more checks you can see. $500. $4,000 check like I showed you earlier. Excuse me. Oh, we got some more checks. This is a over $1,600 check. $1,000 check, right? Maintenance, wash, etc. It's not hard to make $500 to $1,000 a day. Let's do the math. Each house on average will take you 2 hours maximum, unless it's a really big house. And if it is, then you're going to be paid really well. So average house, let's say my average job is ticket is $400, right? That's for a watch that takes me about 2 hours. 2 hours. So worst, we're operating about $150 to $200 an hour. Worst case, I don't go below minimum $100 an hour. Do I charge by the hour to my customers? No. But at the end of the day, if we've worked like 8 or 9 hours and we've made like $1,000, $1,200, it's about 150, 125, etc. I like to stay at that range, right? 100 to 200 is the range I like to operate in. So average job is $400. 3 houses a day is $1,200. It's not that hard. Let's say you just get 1 or 2 houses a day. You do about, let's say you get half of this, $600 a day times 20 working days in a month, right? Monday through Friday times 4 weeks. It's 20 days, it's $12,000. It's pretty much all profit. I mean, your expenses are low. After you bought the equipment one time, you pretty much have very little expenses. Like you have low big time purchases, just reoccurring, right? You have some gas, some chemicals you have to buy. So to give you an example, on an average job is $400, not counting marketing. I'll spend roughly about $10 in gas to get to and from the customer's house or the job. And then I'll spend roughly $20 on chemicals to do that job, right? Sodium hypochlorite, aka pool chlorine, which I'll talk more about later. Don't worry about that for now. But I'll roughly spend like $20 on chemicals and $10 on gas in order to earn $400 in 2 hours. Think about that. I'm spending $30 and the customers pay me $400 for just 2 hours of my time. Think about how insane that is, right? So if you're just doing like Ahmed, he would work Saturday, Sunday. He'd do about 3 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. $400 a house roughly on average. He'd made $2,000 his first weekend. His third weekend he made $3,000. So that's the power of picking a service that is in demand in your area and just knowing how to get customers like I show. So this is the new blue ocean business model, right? Well, everyone's over here. You can imagine drop shipping, SMMA, affiliate marketing, AI automation crap, all that stuff. Everyone and their mother is doing that. You're competing with people from China who are willing to do what you're doing for a fraction of the cost, right? While you're drop shipping some product all over Facebook, there's another guy doing the exact same thing with the exact same product with access to the exact same supplier as you. What makes you unique? Absolutely nothing. Compared to if you're running a local business, you are literally only competing with about a handful of businesses in your area. And most of them absolutely fucking suck at business, which I'll get into in a second. Most local business owners suck at business and they're broke. Why? Because they're bad at business. They don't understand marketing and sales. So if you can just take a little bit of training or work with someone who knows what they're doing in that field, you can absolutely crush it. So getting sales isn't hard, right? Let's say you get 10 leads. Average cost per lead is $5 to $10. So you're paying $5 to $10 a lead, which is what I get on average. My average cost is like $7 to $10. Average sale is $400. So customer pays me $400. I spent $50 or $100 on marketing to get that customer. So that's like my biggest expense. After that, like I told you, my only expenses are gas and chemicals, which is about $30. So let's say it costs us $70 to get a customer for $400. 400 minus 70 is $330. Minus $10 for gas, $320. Minus 20 for chemicals, that's $300. $300 profit in just 2 hours of work. It's $150 in profit an hour. Most people will never earn that in their life. So if you're not doing this, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. It is a hard work business. You're not just going to be able to sit on your ass and make money. But you can make a lot of money, and you can definitely, like I said, Ahmed made $700 is $700 working his regular job, 40 hours, and on a weekend he made $2,000, which is what he makes in a month almost in one weekend. So you can definitely vacation money. You can really supplement your income with this. It's definitely a good business to get into. It's not expensive to start. My student Aflal started the business by renting his pressure washer from Home Depot the first few times. The first week, all he would do was go to Home Depot, rent it for the day for like $70. And that's what he'd do. Well, if you think that's a lot of money, then it's not. Why? Because his first job was $600. His first sale that he got was for $600. He had to power wash some concrete in a customer's home. $600, and he rented the washer for like $70. His total expenses were like $100, $110 for like chemicals, gas, rental washer, some money on marketing. $600 his first sale. So think about that. So his first job was for $600, rented the washer for $70 for a few hours. So there's absolutely no excuse why you can't do the same as him. He didn't have a lot of money and he rented the washer on a credit card. You can literally do the exact same thing as him. It just comes down to mindset. Can you believe you can? Are you going to take action, or are you going to, not put yourself in the position to succeed? If he had doubted himself, he would have never been able to do that. So again, you're not going to make money sitting on your ass, but you can make a good amount of money with one of these local service businesses. It's not hard work. This is not roofing or construction. I know kids in high school making $10,000 a month selling pressure washing services. It's very easy and it's not physically demanding work. I've seen people do roofing. I've seen people do construction. This is 1/10 of the amount of effort required to do that. You're just standing there going like this. So much, much easier than any of those other things. It's low intensity work when it's paid with luxury prices. So again, you're not going to make money sitting on your ass. You still have to go out there and work, but it's not that bad compared to other trades, and you can make good money doing it. There's not a lot of competition. Last year was supposedly a bad economy, and I still did $100,000 my first 4 months. If that was a bad economy, I can't wait for a good one. The reality of the truth is that good economy or bad economy, the competition in your area is probably terrible, and you can just take over if you would just be 20 to 30% better with the service you sell and your delivery. Your marketing and your delivery. Really, your marketing. If you can just be 20 to 30% better than marketing, you can take over. How do I know? I did that, and I did $100,000 in 4 months. Muaz, $20,000 in 7 weeks. Ahmed, $20,000 in 6 weeks. All beginners in the business. So, competition in your area sucks. You just have to be a little bit better at marketing with the right guidance. I was closing clients like that. Still need more convincing? When I started, the biggest company in my area had over 300 five-star reviews, and they've been established for 15 years. This is their Google screenshot, their Google business profile screenshot. 331 five-star Google reviews. Massive company. They have like 3 or 4 trucks on the road. They're probably doing over $1 million. And guess what? I still managed to do brand new from scratch without a website for the first few months. $100,000 in 4 months. So the point is that stop thinking about the competition. Stop thinking about all these excuses you're making for yourself to not actually go out there, change your life, and be a go-getter and make it. So you can literally start this month, like I said, don't make excuses. This, 1 month of hard work can literally change your life, get you going in the right direction, change my life. You can finally be your own boss, make all that money that is out there to make you. Maybe you just need the right opportunity, or etc. Again, you're not going to get rich sitting on your ass, but you can make a lot of money from just selling a simple service like pressure washing, like I did. So click the link in the description below, book a call with me. If you're looking to start this business but you have some questions, you're not sure where to start, etc., I'll kind of give you a roadmap or plan on what I think you need to do in order to get ready. And if it's a right fit, then I work with over 30 businesses, and I've helped multiple people start their business from scratch. If we're a right fit, I can help you start your own pressure washing business and get it to $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month, exactly step by step how I had. You might be wondering, how am I going to do that? Well, number one, I'm going to show you what equipment to buy so you don't waste your money buying stuff on equipment buying equipment you don't need. Number two, I'm going to show you exactly how to wash, because there's a certain way you have to price and do the service so that you can actually make the money like I was making. So I'll show you how to wash in a way where you can charge homeowners $300 to $1,000 a house for just a couple hours of work. The third way is I'll place the jobs on your calendar for you exactly like I did in my business, and how I was able to do $100,000 in 4 months. I'll put that same system for you and place the jobs on your calendar for your business. So if you're interested in starting a pressure washing business and working one-on-one with me to get it off the ground, you're interested in starting this, need some guidance, book a call with me one-on-one down below, and I'll see you on the other side.